So I just want to start this speech off by saying I am very sleep deprived right now, incredibly. So if it looks like I'm slurring my words and I'm looking half asleep, because I am, just let me know, and I'll try to traverse through this speech. So, me and my family, we have a WhatsApp group chat. It's called Merry Family. You know, we have two hearts, one at the beginning and one at the end, and a rose emoji because we're so loving. So in that chat, there are only two active members, my mom and my dad. My mom, she sends like content such as the videos, you know, like the Darman videos? The one that have the title like, instantly regrets it, or what will happen next will shock you. Usually, it's like a little kid, they do something bad, and then they get the consequences, and they end up homeless on the streets. That's usually what happens at the end. And that's basically, she scares me into thinking that because you didn't join chess club, this is gonna be your fate. And then my dad sends very interesting videos. He sends like videos of these 60-year-old Indian gurus creating music with a synthesizer and giving us life advice. Like, I mean, I appreciate the effort, but, you know. So, what is the tool that they use to, like, send this very, very, like, impactful, valuable information? Well, the tool that they use is social media. And, well, social media, I feel like, is very powerful, and I feel like almost every age generation uses it to a certain extent. Social media is very hard to define, though. What, is it truly good or bad? Is it a tool that can be used for benefit or for misinformation? Can it be really, is it truly good by design, or is it just influenced by the people around it, causing corruption? Well, so today in my speech, I'm going to get into how social media has influenced our social interactions, how much it has like influenced society in general, and how misinformation can, you know, cause harm to the public. So first of all, I think that social media is very like, I don't know, I feel like people overuse it a lot because it is prevalent everywhere. I mean, people are using it everywhere they go. They're fidgeting with their phones while they're talking, eating, sleeping, or just simply existing. I mean, people watch it during lunch. They have like a mini show on, you know? And then people even take it to the bathroom, which is
so weird.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's pretty gross. And they watch it before they sleep. You know, I actually heard from some stories that people, whenever they're watching a movie, they also have their phone like by their side. So whenever they're watching something and they get bored of it, they have like a little backup monitor. So think of like, okay, what's an example of a sad movie? I'm taking volunteers. Like, anyone? A sad movie?
K through G.
K through G. Okay. So imagine you're watching the most like heart-wrenching, emotional climax of K3G, and then in the background, the Josh Hutcherson edit with the whistle, it plays on repeat. You know, like this might be a little bit of like the mode for older people, but it's the one that goes do 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 do. Can you move notes? I can't whistle. Okay, I cannot whistle. But that's what I'm talking about. Social media is everywhere, and I feel like we're just like, it's like so normalized in our society that, you know, we've kind of forgot how to like use it, you know, controllably and use it with boundaries. So for instance, I feel like most of this developed from the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh my God. So in the olden days of 2020, 4 years ago, it was so ancient. Sixth grade me was so happy to finally get a two-week break from school. Oh, how I was so wrong. It turned out to be way more than that. And because of this, we had to switch to online schooling. So everything became digitalized. The issue with this is that when everything is switched to a suddenly digital world, you get a lot more access to content because the internet essentially is a gateway into the outside world. However, sometimes this content is not meant to be watched at a very young age. You know, I decided that, no, enough. I am done watching top 10 most dangerous water slides. I am past that phase. That's like, no, it's another era. And instead, I was taking BuzzFeed quizzes on which Euphoria character I was. And yeah, I should not be watching Euphoria at that time, and I can't believe I'm admitting this in front of my parents. I really thought that I had a lot of freedom, you know? I finally got my own phone. That means that I could actually access the YouTube comments because I was finally 13. And I don't know, I feel like this was a like place where I could actually explore and I can like find my own interests. And there's a new sense of freedom. But, you know, as I aged and as I got into high school, it eventually worsened. So, in the beginning of high school, I was encouraged by my friend to download Instagram for, you know, communication purposes. And so I did. At first, I was originally using it to communicate with my friends, you know, and do normal stuff. But then I discovered Instagram Reels, and it led me through a rabbit hole, definitely. So I used to watch it in small increments, you know? So maybe when I was stressed, I would want to find a video about, how about small, silly orange cats? That's originally what I used it for. And I would just like watch small videos of an orange cat going into a fishbowl, just, you know, whenever I needed a break from work, or just, you know, just a break from work, or just to spend time. But slowly, my activity on Instagram Reels, it increased drastically. As a way to cope with stress, I started to watch it more and more. And soon enough, the Instagram algorithm, which is very reminiscent of TikTok, so the red flags are already there, it started to give me more content to kind of lure me in and keep me addicted to this. I was hooked onto this algorithm. I would say I would watch it like for at least an hour before I slept, and I would like take it with me whenever I was in class. You know that actually in my school, they actually banned Instagram from the school. So when you use a school Wi-Fi, you can't access it. And that actually led to students using it more. So it was completely useless in the first place. I know. They really didn't think that through. But I started to watch it more. So then that messed up my sleep schedule, hence the sleep deprivation. And honestly, I wanted to leave it, but I felt like it was just helping me cope with stress, and I didn't know anywhere else out. Not to mention, it was creating content specifically curated to you. And when you have like this little personal bubble of, you know, your own personal interests, you just want to keep consuming it more. So I completely understand when people say that social media does exert some sort of control over them, because it definitely has for me, and it has definitely like consumed my life in a way that like it affects my social interactions with people, and how it affects like my productivity and how much I study. So, and then the second thing I wanted to talk about is probably social media